Hello and welcome to this stock analysis update for Bank of Cyprus Holdings. Please remember that I do these videos just for fun as a hobby and always speak to a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decision. So 4 months ago, I did a video on Bank of Cyprus Holdings. They looked excellent, and so I bought some. And since then, they've done very well. In fact, they're up about 22% from when I bought them, plus a nice 7% dividend yield because they paid a massive dividend shortly after I bought them. Unfortunately, just a few days ago, they've released an RNS that they plan to delist from the London Stock Exchange and have their main listing on the Athens Stock Exchange in Greece. So I've just sold my Bank of Cyprus holdings. You're going to be forced to sell them anyway as a retail investor. I don't quite understand why we had this 10% uptick in the share price since that announcement. I guess what's happening is that they're from Treasury hoovering up retail investor shares. When I went onto my stock trading platform, you're now only able to sell your BOC. You're not allowed to buy anymore. I think they'll just be hoovering up shares from the retail, and then when it comes to delisting day, all of those retail investors that haven't sold will have their kind of shares forcibly removed and replaced with cash. No idea whether you can expect the share price to go up more until the delisting, which isn't until next month, subject to a shareholder vote, which is almost certain to go ahead. But I just decided to sell on this 10% uptick that we've had now and get it over with. Since my last video, they did do their interim results and the net interest income was up about 10%, total income and their net income, they're up 10%. So all looking good. Of course, as I went through in that video I did, they were looking really awesome. Real shame that this company have decided to delist from the FTSE and move to the Greek stock exchange. Really, I find this a bit of a sad indictment of the FTSE and the fact that really it's really sluggish in terms of investments generally in the UK stock market. Time and time again, when I've looked at different sectors, when I looked at the gold sector recently, and there's lots of other examples if you go through my previous videos where really we just seem to have the crap listed on the FTSE. Often, with the case of the gold stocks, it was, all the good companies are listed in the US as their main listing. We just get the stuff where all their operations are in South Africa and things like that. So they're almost kind of listed on the FTSE because they're not good enough for anywhere else. So, I mean, all that's really sad. I mean, if we look at the FTSE 250, there is an argument that perhaps it is kind of undervalued. When we look at ETF style companies that are packaged as an equity on the FTSE, they tend to be at significant discounts to NAV, and maybe there is a case there for the FTSE being undervalued. But generally, yeah, it's a bit sad how sluggish it is in terms of money being invested in the UK stock market. So, Bank of Cyprus Holdings, an excellent company. Of course, the large institutional holders will be able to switch over to with their shares over to the Greek stock exchange. I'm not sure how a retail investor would do that, and it's all a bit sad that unfortunately this excellent company, that as far as I'm concerned, completely outshone all the other banks that are listed in the UK. Sadly, it's leaving us to move over to the Greek stock exchange. So I hope you found this video useful and speak to you at the next one. I do videos like this one just for fun as a hobby. It's for entertainment purposes only. Always consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decision.